Hello to all my beautiful Virgo tuning in today for your channeled messages and guidance reading. I hope you're all well and feeling amazing. If you're new to Soul Embers, hi, my name is Andrea. I hope you find a message within this reading really helpful and you can apply it in your life in a way that makes you make positive shifts, I guess. Everything you guys need to know about me and the channel, it's in the description box below, as well as my contact details for those of you that would like to reach out for a personal reading. I would love to do one for you. So Virgo, today's reading is about energy work, channeled messages. You won't see me pulling out a lot of cards. I'll primarily be focusing on energy, frequency, polarity, and and then we'll see where you're currently at, what blocks there may potentially be, and pull some guidance on how you can work through that space in a positive way for you. So let's jump into it. Actually, before I do, I lit the wrong candle. See, I can't multitask, talk and do something else at the same time. It's terrible. Okay, that's better. All right. All right, so let's have a look and see what's going on with Virgo. Where are we at, Virgo? What are the channeled messages we have for you? What are the messages we have for Virgo? Who am I connecting with? And this can apply to any area of your life, guys. Love, life. It basically, this is a type of reading where one particular pattern or behavior affects every aspect of our life, but we generally see it highlighted in one specific area. Virgo, let's have a look and see. Where is Virgo currently at? What have we got for Virgo? Oh, how beautiful. Virgo, this is gorgeous. So I'm going to hold the card up for you. Feel free to take a screenshot of that. It's the number 15. We'll break that down to a 6, and 6s are all about love, unconditional love for self. Personal empowerment is how I see it. It's about gratefulness and simplicity, faith, honesty. It's about the core, just the basics. When we take all the crap away, just the basics of coming from a loving place and being respectful towards ourselves. This is the type of energy I'm getting. Having that self-respect, understanding that in order for us to receive certain blessings in our life, we need to treat ourselves as though we deserve those blessings and uphold our standards and uphold our values, so that we don't lower our energy or lower our vibration and create those blocks preventing for those blessings from filtering through, right? So also it's what I'm also getting is it's associated, I'm getting with harmony and balance and finding that equilibrium between what we're communicating, how we're communicating what we want, and as a result, what we get from the way we're communicating it. And communication can be subliminal, it could be verbal, it could be in just our presence, when we are very confident and we feel very, very empowered within ourselves, we can walk into a conversation and our presence and our energy automatically communicates that we mean business, that when we say this is what we stand for and this is what we want and how we want to live our lives, it's communicated with impact and it's communicated effectively, okay? And it disengages the other person from thinking that they can overturn or overthrow us in any way. So have a look at the card, take a screenshot of it, as I said. Meditate on that energy. What feelings, what images do you see? What feelings come up? Maybe jot them down. The colors, what do the colors mean for you? Do they mean something specific? Look up what the color green means. I mean, as far as our spiritual centers go, color green is associated with the heart space, with the heart chakra, with that sense of trust and understanding, maintaining hope, being able to forgive ourselves, and unconditional love, you know. So I'm getting the feeling, Virgo, that you don't see how much power is behind the words that you speak. And when they come from a place of love, how powerful they can be, you know. What we say is what we're attracting. We're tuning into that frequency. So when we say, for example, when we're setting our intentions or when we're setting our standards, but we're not living by them, that's the frequency we're tuning into. We're tuning into the frequency of wanting and reaching, but not living, because we're not integrating what our standards and our beliefs are into our day-to-day life, in the way we're communicating what we want to receive to others, to colleagues, to intimate partners, you know. Your words, I don't know why I keep thinking your words have a lot of power as to what frequency you're tuning into and the energy of what you're vibrating at, and how you're, you know, whether you are becoming a receiving energy or whether you're becoming someone that's trying to reach out and pull energy in towards you. I'll read the definition from the book. Dragon Guide. Dragon is here to help you take a stand in your life. Others may have strong opinions about what you should be doing or how you should be doing it. It could also be that others are interfering when they should not be. Dragon has come to help you stand firm for what you believe is right, even if that means breathing a little fire to get your point across. Don't worry, it will be okay. Dragon is here to help you claim your power and your right to live your life as you see best. Boom, Virgo, spot on. I love this. Okay, I'm going to hold that up for you as well. If you'd like to take a screenshot of that and just read that message and meditate on that and let it really sit with you and resonate with you, right? So this just further affirms it for me. You may be faced with situations where you feel that you're talking but no one's hearing you, or those that are important for you aren't hearing you. This is about just, you know, why am I not getting my point across? Why am I not getting the respect that I need? Why am I not being acknowledged for my efforts? Why can't they see that I'm trying to build something positive out of this? And why can't they show me the same type of respect? And as I'm saying this, you know, my voice, I'm getting louder and louder, and I'm feeling frustrated. And I guess it comes down to really believing in what you are deserving of, Virgo. So if, for example, if you believe that someone, that there is a certain aspect or certain thing someone is doing that is going against what is acceptable, your standard or your boundary, you need to take that responsibility, or it would be helpful, not you need to, you can do whatever you want, but it would be helpful for you to take that responsibility upon yourself and communicate and put those boundaries in your own life to prevent them from overstepping them, rather than expressing what you want, putting it out there, surrendering it to someone else and letting them control that aspect of you. It's about communicating those boundaries and living them out. It's one thing to say, I don't feel respected. How don't you feel respected? Take a moment to think about what that feeling of disrespect actually feels like. Does it feel like rejection? Does it feel like, whatever it might feel like? Take a moment to take your energy back and drop it into your body and really explore those feelings, and then think about what can you do that's in your control to make sure that you stop feeling that way. What activities can you do? Change your focus on what will make you feel good in ways that have nothing to do with what someone else's actions are. So that could prove to be quite helpful. So I'm just going to pull out a card on that one. Guys, if this message resonates, please do comment below. Oh my gosh, I can't get the words out. So you may be finding, Virgo, that you can't articulate, or you can't find the right words to express feelings. All you know is that you as a result of what's going on, you are being disrespected. You are not being heard. There are things that are constantly, rubbing up against your boundaries or pushing on your standards, but you can't find the right words that have that impact and that power to get your message across and communicate what it is that you want to communicate. And this is where your dragon guide is here to help you. So call on that. Yeah, so please do comment below if this message resonates. If there's a way that you apply in, effective communication and impactful conversation, let us know below what works for you. It could help another viewer that's being challenged by this. Yeah, I'm sensing, Virgo, that there is fear associated with being accepted and whether or not you have what it takes to work through this. Like, let's say you're working against a whole dynamic of people, family, or it could be work, or however you want to call it. I mean, if you're in a relationship or you're dealing with someone in an intimate relationship, and then there's all the family that's involved with it. When you try and stand up for yourself, you may feel overpowered because they all follow the same way of thinking and the same value system, let's say. And so you constantly waver between, how am I going to communicate? This doesn't feel right for me, and be true to that and put my foot down and put things in place without losing them, because they're still important people to you, or without, not being able to follow through. So that indecisiveness causes you to attract indecisive type of people, or flaky type of people, or people that can't uphold their end of their promises when it comes to, those promises that you make to each other. And there is that level of uncertainty surrounding them. So that's a type of energy that I'm getting. Now I'm going to draw out a card just to see, what energy can you surrender at this time that will really help you work through this and gain some momentum to really effectively getting your point across, I guess. Let's have a look and see. Guys, if this reading resonates and it's something that you're experiencing and you'd like a personal reading, I'd definitely explore how you can go about strategies and ways that you can bridge the gap between this current situation to being an effective communicator, a great conversationalist, and how you can, get your point across in a loving way and respectful way. Surrender stubbornness. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. Oh my gosh, Virgo. I'm going to hold this card up for you, and you can obviously take a screenshot of that and just meditate on that energy, but on that message, sorry, not on that energy. But what I'm getting from this is that you've basically had enough. And I think that you've tried to approach this from a loving place for some time now, and you're getting frustrated at the lack of, responsiveness to it. And so you've become rigid. And when we become rigid, we don't see what opportunities lie ahead for us to take a different approach, and we become very fixated on what's not working. There is a need to become more fluid and to stop resisting the flow of things. Let it unfold, let it happen, let go of the control of the situation. Try and figure out what are your standards. How do those standards translate in your day-to-day life? So if your standard is, I don't know, let's say your standard is, I don't like being yelled at. Okay, that's a standard. I don't yell, I don't like to be yelled at. Well, how do you communicate that in a loving way? And how do you disengage from situations that you are in, which has a lot of yelling, and uphold that so that it doesn't happen? Okay, it's about not enabling. So, by becoming a little bit more yielding and taking a different approach, even though you might be feeling frustrated, observing the situation will help you see where you can take control and responsibility. And then you can think of an effective way to communicate more lovingly. And it's interesting because the heart chakra, the place of love, the place of trust, understanding, it's almost like these promises have been broken so many times that you've lost that trust and your willingness to understand and have hope in the situation. Some meditation, I guess, for the heart space may prove to be helpful. You may feel that you're feeling a little bit cold towards each other. If, this chakra is imbalanced, other than the physical, there are some physical aspects to it, but let's talk about the emotional ones. You might be experiencing that you're a little bit cold towards others. You might be feeling despair when it comes to but just believing that things are going to have a positive outcome. You might be feeling suppressed emotionally and that you can't express how you're really feeling. A good way to start to create a flow through the heart space, or to create, circulation, let's say, through the heart space, because the heart is the organ that pumps and circulates the blood, let's say, and the oxygen. So maybe change your focus and look at how you can nurture self, things you can do for self-love, even being helpful in others' journey in similar situations. They say that when we step into the same type of energy of someone else that's trying to achieve the same goals, it allows for us to step into that frequency of healing, of releasing, of becoming more yielding. So if someone else is experiencing something similar, it's about helping each other shift through that. All right, I hope you guys found that helpful. I'm going to leave it there, Virgo. Have a great week, and I'll see you for your next lot of readings. Bye.